Oh, hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome finally to this new video from Imoto Garage. And back
Sometimes you come back.
on screen, our Robotone. How are you, my friend?
Good, it's been a while since we last saw each other.
It's been a while since we've seen each other, and I'm always keeping myself busy with some odd jobs too.
I'm a pro now, guys. Soon this one will say bye, since I'm not needed.
That's not true. Because besides having a great professional relationship, ever since I started the channel, there's also a friendship that goes beyond work. So I'll always be around to bother you.
Poor me.
Today I brought you a nice V4 Panigale, all tuned up. What do you think? Roberto is seeing it for the first time.
Yeah, well, I've seen it in videos, in stories, but in person, let's say this is one of my favorite colors. This yellow flow is something incredible, and it looks really racing, right?
And the first one, anyway. Previous color scheme.
The matte black, aluminum tank accents, and carbon fiber look really cool together. Maybe probably not, it doesn't really come across in the videos, I have to say that. Seeing it in person is a whole different thing.
It doesn't show in the videos, and many guys have said that. Obviously, matte black doesn't really lend itself to giving us much excitement in videos behind the screen, you know, but in person, it really stands out. And what a sight it is, let me add, because in this time we haven't seen each other. I went and tinkered around a bit. Thanks to my friends at WRS who sent me a little something from their huge, fully stocked warehouse.
And made my work easier, guys.
Exactly. Today was the only day. Roberto said, I'm here one day, then I'm on vacation, so don't bother me. So guys, to keep you updated too, but especially to give Roberto a walk around, let's go see what we've installed. Robbie, let's start from the front.
At the front, there's already a highlight. Anyway, it's a product that's just come out fresh this year.
And they haven't seen it yet, huh? Never seen it, because I posted something on my Instagram page, Frecciaverdi19. However, thanks to the friends at Computer Numerical Control Racing, we have a beautiful carbon fiber cover that basically protects the discs. It improves the aerodynamics a little bit. Maybe when you're entering a corner, it helps reduce turbulence. And if you want, exactly, it also helps a bit with cooling. Moving up, we immediately find some carbon fiber. Carbon fiber supplied by Studio Fiber. It's scattered here and there, all over the bike.
But the carbon fiber combined with the flow yellow color show this color well because it's out of this world, you know?
It makes you enjoy it.
Yeah, it's really something.
How long has it been since you last enjoyed yourself? Moving up here, as you saw in the last video, the control panel has started to take shape. Much more racing than usual. We have a beautiful kill switch that, in the end, I managed to install by myself off camera, and racing button panels provided by Jet Prime. And the Jet Prime components aren't finished yet. Because when we go to do, little spoiler, the exhaust filter and remap, you'll have to install something else that's missing, which I haven't put in yet.
So, a question comes to mind, right? Did Niccolo make my job easier, or in any case, will I be forced to take apart what he installed and put in other stuff? I already know that's how it's going to end up.
I don't know. Let's see. You'll find out now. Also, because the package there is pretty big.
Yeah, it's substantial.
Let's go down. Let's move. We'll find other accessories from the official Computer Numerical Control Racing catalog. Let's get back to it then by taking a quick look at the left side. Cover protection, left engine case, phase inspection cover. We also have a sprocket cover. Here we have some various accessories, Computer Numerical Control Racing, like the rear axle sliders and moto course. As for the bobbins, on this side instead I put a very small oil filler cap, and that's it. So many things I had to install by myself. We also installed a quick throttle here along with the right ignition switch, both from Jet Prime. I'd say we're ready, Roberto, to start the intro.
Try here. I need to kick it.
I need them to carry and set up the camera. They're for the track, but I also need them for videos. I didn't want to put the sticker here. All right, intro. Let's start with the unboxing because today there's a lot to unwrap. Go ahead.
But here we've completely changed the type of setup.
Here I brought you something different that I don't usually install. because Computer Numerical Control brand partner, which also includes braking in its family, had the brilliant idea to provide me with components that I usually don't install in my projects. But since they told me this disc is out of this world, I'd say it's worth trying it out and installing it on the Panigale.
But look, I'm happy because I come from a time when the braking disc was installed almost every day, the famous Marguerite disc, which has changed a bit now. But it was a must-have piece for the bike, and they sold a lot of them. So bringing it back updated with everything, including a floating system, is impressive.
Obviously left disc, right bar, and its twin. And along with them, though, we couldn't stop at the discs. Because braking, of course, produces everything you could want to improve your stock braking system. So we also went ahead and added to the cart, and we got some beautiful top-of-the-line 2Rs. Combined with the discs, they should give us some thrilling braking. And then
we complete the braking system with a racing pump.
Look at this beauty. Pump made from solid billet, adjustable.
Variable wheelbase.
Exactly, with a wheelbase of either 18 or 20. The rider can choose. Obviously, the linkage can then be spaced away from the clip-on handlebars.
And a flip-up lever.
And a flip-up lever, exactly, Roby.
I thought the discussion about the braking system was over, but there are computer numerical control, branded details.
We couldn't stop just at braking, in fact. We also have some additional accessories branded Computer Numerical Control Racing. And what are these? The two of them?
Oil reservoirs.
For the brakes and the clutch.
Then, well, the box is practically...
It's huge, it's full.
It's packed.
It's everything.
I see here. Here I see something racing.
Computer Numerical Control Racing, proceed.
No, it's not computer numerical control.
It's not computer numerical control. That's the Jet Prime component I mentioned earlier that we need to install.
But what is this? We need to explain since there's so much misinformation.
Come on, let's be the ones to give the right information.
This is a system to close the Pyre system on the motorcycle. What is the Pyre system? Well, Niccolo beat me to it. The Pyre system is a system where the engine control unit through a small valve injects air into the exhaust manifolds, not into the combustion chamber, to heat the catalytic converter so it functions properly. Everything works well. If we remove the exhaust and don't block this passage, what happens to the air entering the manifolds? What does it cause? Detonation?
We like it.
Oh, we like it, that's true. But when you hear the bike popping here and there, it triggers misinformation about what? The bike runs badly, is running lean, breaks the valves, just a bunch of things that don't make any sense. That's not true because anyway, it's the air that's inside the exhaust, not in the combustion chamber.
So guys, to put it in simple terms for those of you watching the video, when the bike backfires, shoots flames, makes popping sounds, oh no, the bike is running poorly, the bike is... No. Probably either the tuner did it on purpose to give you a bit more excitement in terms of sound and visuals. But don't worry, because anyway, if it's not too much, I mean, if it's not done badly, so not intentional by the tuner. With the pops, with the detonations. Because it's in the manifold area, not the exhaust. We don't have backflow issues, so it doesn't break the engine. But with this, what do?
Here are the closing caps to seal the air passages. In addition, it gives us the possibility, thanks to the emulator included in the blister pack, to remove the electronic valve and therefore not have any errors on the dashboard.
Let's move on. The package is full.
So?
Why do you take it off of me like that? Like a guillotine? Nice! These are the components that Roberto doesn't like to install.
Look, today I'm pretty relaxed because last time with the hybrid, remember all those arrows, all that stuff. Yes.
But today, Computer Numerical Control is giving us a little package, a pretty simple blister pack for you to assemble. So we'll see what you're made of.
Then here we have a cover to protect 32 inches, whatever you want to call it, water.
The hybrid they put in.
Yes, we have an important dashboard, so protection must be guaranteed. Then here we have the clutch hub, and so there's something else paired with it. Because if we have to show a work of art like this, all made from solid material, we have to put it on display. We'll display it with a nice cover. Let's find it. With computer numerical control, you see, it reveals things you actually need to cover up.
Look at the side instead.
The drawing, come on.
Gentlemen, portholes, visible clutches.
We have a tiny, tiny, tiny little package. Let's see. Here it is. Here we have the clutch return.
Because we not only cover the right side of the bike, but also the left.
Let's work in the area, let's say around the sprocket, where there's already an important cover. So we're going to put this one nearby. It's a strong piece because it's made from a single block. Obviously, spacer washers and everything needed for installation. Then let's move on. Another fairly important box.
What did you find? And here, besides the clutch, I think you'll also take apart
The rear wheel hub. Here the push drives go on these pins, right?
So we're using the original ones, though.
This stuff, yes. Well, of course.
A lot of motorcycles.
Already assembled with bearings.
It's 1,000 kilometers, so replacing the originals isn't necessary. Plus, all these components are plug and play. Guys, computer numerical control racing is very detail-oriented. So you take off the original, in some cases you reuse the parts you already find on the bike, put it back together, and you're all set.
This was missing, right? Here we are.
The ring.
The diamond tip with the disc pusher's 3 springs looks great. The silver contrasts nicely with the black. You've seen this already, right? Nicolo installed it, if I'm correct.
We installed it on last year's project, again in collaboration with WRS and Computer Numerical Control Racing on the Hyper Motard. So exposed clutch, pressure plate, and closing ring. You've seen them before, but now they're in new shapes and designs.
So here the packages keep getting bigger. It looks like I've already taken everything out of the box, but they keep coming, they keep coming. No false bottom, actually. So here's another highlight. One of those pieces that at first glance really blows you away. Here we are. We have an upper triple clamp, all nice, machined, milled, a computer numerical control work of art.
But what are we supposed to do with it? Go to the World Championship?
Well, it's not about the World Championship or not. Having these things assembled, looking at them every day satisfies you. And that's more than enough. If you ride it around Mugello in 2.5 minutes, it doesn't matter.
If it takes you 5 minutes to reach the bar, you say it doesn't matter.
That's passion. Then the box keeps getting bigger.
What could it be?
Well, you already figured it out here.
I called it for you.
It doesn't take much. And finally, we have a set of rear sets.
Deserves the name. Here they are, boys.
This bracket is something else.
The bracket is a work of art.
Right now, everything is kind of under wraps, let's say. It's not really standing out, but now that we're going to install it, we'll show you all the details. The bearings, so that we have zero play, precise fittings, and everything else. Very good. Done. We're done, okay? We have the air filter. This is the air filter.
It's not an okay.
It can't be missing.
It's not okay. You don't change a winning team. You know, on my bikes, I only and exclusively use spring filter, and I've been doing that for years. I think since I had my first real bike that could be called that, the ZX6R, even that one was remapped. Exhaust filter, basically everything. And with the filter, I put on my first P08. Obviously, why choose the P08? If on other projects, I've gotten you used to an F185, which has a filtering power equal to the spring filter, but with a greater air column inside the airbox. Because currently, unfortunately, the bike still has a stock exhaust. So today we're going to install all these amazing accessories, but we won't be doing an engine control unit recalibration. So when the exhaust becomes available, we'll change it again, maybe from the P08 to the F185, so that maybe, Robbie, we can also show them the difference in horsepower of the F1.
Yes, we've already made these comparisons before. Riding a brand new bike like this one is impressive. It's definitely worth considering.
Oh my gosh, guys, do you get it? Excuse me, but do you realize how much cinematic stuff there is in this video?
And such professionalism.
You can see the professionalism in every shot.
Obviously, we removed the old Loctite from the threads.
Look at that disc. I'm so curious to try it.
Let's bring it closer and tighten with torque. Torque wrench.
Look at how well Roberto is using this nice red Milwaukee.
He only uses top equipment. Nicolo isn't Parkside.
And in fact, what do I use in my garage? I have a Uval side. And after finishing with the braking system, replacing the discs and pads, you move up to the steering plate area. We're not ready yet, Roberto, to replace the plate together because first we decided to take action to finish the job. Brakes on the pump and oil reservoir. So we drain the oil, disconnect the pump, take the new one, and install it in place of the original. So, after installing the plate, this beautiful solid aluminum piece signed by Computer Numerical Control Racing, we would have liked to proceed with completing the installation of the pump by installing the brake pump reservoir, maybe even replacing the clutch reservoir as well. Anyway, we would have had to work in this area here for the actuator. But what happened, Robbie?
Very often, manufacturers make the brake fluid reservoir for you, but they don't actually exist. Then there are well-made dedicated mounts. When I talk about well-made mounts, I don't mean this kind of mount because this is just a thin metal sheet. You realize that on motorcycles, mounting points, clearances, and other conditions change, and you can't do anything about it. And so, since we like it, I've gotten Niccolo used to always doing things perfectly. We requested 2 solid, well-made supports so that the reservoirs are held up perfectly. That's all.
And like fugitives, we immediately move on to the actuator and clutch section. What is the advantage of changing the actuator and clutch?
Well, I don't know the specifications right now. So, off the top of my head about these CNCs, however, other brands still have a section with a larger diameter for the filter piston. So that means less effort is needed on the lever.
Anyway, in the end, this clutch on bikes like these with up and down quick shifter still gets used. So let's say it doesn't hurt to have it. It was in the catalog, so I put it in the cart.
Let's see.
Should I deprive myself of it? Absolutely not. I'm stopping the B-roll of the platform assembly because Roberto and I are making some observations and compliments to Computer Numerical Control Racing because they really studied in detail how to design these racing foot pegs for the Panigale V4. We have a complicated situation that in the video will look very easy because we want to convey that the installation is easy. But Roberto, of course, is here with the Computer Numerical Control exploded diagrams because there's a whole assembly involving the heat shield, rear brake master cylinder, and the foot peg section. Not exactly easy. But to be fair, when it's time to give compliments, we're the first ones who don't hold back. And Roberto is giving several to Computer Numerical Control.
Yeah, I said it. I mean, you take it for granted since at the beginning, the foot pegs are a product derived from racing. So definitely the whole issue of the heat shield and all that will be bypassed. But actually, no. Computer Numerical Control did a masterpiece because it gives you the chance to reassemble everything perfectly, just as Ducati designed the bike. That's impressive. Nice job.
Computer Numerical Control Racing, a work of art we've already praised. We also installed the left one, which was less complicated than the other, which has all the Christ and the Sirocco, where you have to fix, modify, unpack, and so on. Look here, what a work of art. The gear shift is already reversed. Everything can be flipped, slid, thrown away, basically.
Listen to that spring, huh?
Hear that? And now I'd say we can move on.
Let's move to the right. Let's go to the little clutch.
Yes, please. Let's take this off and put on the transparent porthole.
No, really, you were very helpful today. If you hadn't been here.
Every time I come into this workshop, there's Roberto who blatantly bullies me at work. He stresses me out, he annoys me. I'm not sure how. It's a mix of things.
I stayed with you and thought, let's finish this guy's work early. I'll handle it.
No, I need to record the video to prove you did it. He's right. They want to see your process so they can copy it and skip the workshop.
I'd like to show them what you do when you're not recording instead.
Yeah, that's it. But I'd like them to hear what you say when I'm not recording. So we finally get to installing the last piece, the cherry on top, which we've saved for the final moments. That is the dashboard protection. Look at this, what a sight. It even has a notch like the iPhone, beautiful. I wrote computer numerical control racing, Italy made. So here we are, guys, at the end of another workday together. Roberto here in the workshop at eMoto Garage. Roberto, thank you so much as always.
Thank you.
Professional.
We've made this little gem even more precious.
Exactly. We still have room for improvement. We have to admit that. But today we took a little step forward. Very, very important. Subscribe by clicking the red button, like, and comment below. See you next time. Bye.